I was a rebel.
Uh-huh.
Discipline was not my strong point. So structure, I truly believe that I can get up when I felt like it. And I can call them back when I felt like it. Like, even if I said that I'll call you at 5, I'm going to call you at 5:15. That's disrespectful to someone's time.
That's good.
You know, so it was little things. Well, I thought they were little until I realized that I respect my time and I need to respect other people's time. But they were self-sabotaging. The things that I wanted to avoid was self-sabotaging me. And I was like, oh my goodness. Like, LaNesa, you're hurting your own self.
Yes.
What is the root of it? So that my avoidance was things that were going to help me grow. I avoided things. I wanted to be successful. But I was also afraid.
I got you.
Yeah. So I would avoid all of the things that was needed for discipline and structure. I was running the other way.
Hey everyone, we're about to enter into an amazing conversation in this space as we've been discussing vision. We've been talking about vision in this season 3, and we're so delighted to be able to just have you in this space with us and for you to share this time with us. And I want to invite you into a conversation that's really going to be important for those of you who are moving in vision and doing the things that are required. Today, we're going to talk about, in this mini series, it's called Directed Steps, a conversation about how structure, systems, and intentional planning bring vision to life, right? It's for the leaders, you entrepreneurs, parents, ministry builders, just all the gifted dreaming people out there. This is going to help you as we talk about mapping. Welcome to the Optimum Living Podcast. I am your host, Sybil Bull, where we share transformative content on emotional wellness, purpose-driven living, and a meaningful life. We are talking about vision, one of my favorite things in life. Yes, we are. And today we've invited back our guest. She was on an episode that we talked about vision in motion, and that was LaNesa Spence. She shared her story. If you missed it, you can click the link and you can hear all about it. She dropped some really good nuggets, and she shared some important things about vision in motion that may surprise you on what that looks like and how we don't want to just do what culture is demanding us to do, but we want to be able to allow our own pace, our own vision to come to pass that God has given us. So today we're actually going to jump into what is called mapping the vision. And for those of you, if this is your first time here, welcome. Hey girl, hey man, hey bro, where you been? I'm so excited to have you here with us on the podcast. And if you've been returning, thank you so much for being with us on the journey. Don't forget to hit that subscribe. Don't forget to share out and leave a comment. Let us know when we're talking and sharing if something hits you. And don't forget to share as we build out this moment. Help me welcome my guest today, LaNesa Spence. Welcome once again to the Optimum Living Podcast. This woman is an entrepreneur. She's a mom. She's also a grandmom. I forgot to mention that last time. She is also a grandmother. I call her a serial entrepreneur. She is a creative and she's a coach. She's just an incredible human being. And I'm so delighted to have her with us once again. So I just say thank you for coming back.
Thank you for having me.
You're looking cute, girl. Looking cute. I see the glow. We're going to dive into this because we have so much to talk about.
Yeah.
There's so much that when it comes to vision and some things we are like excited to do, right? We have our favorite parts and then we have our parts that are like serious and they're demanding. And you say to yourself, why is this not working? Or what am I doing wrong? What do I need to do? And you've gone to all the classes, you've got all the courses, you've been certified. Yeah. But we want to talk about in this mini series, we're talking about directed steps, right? We're talking about focusing on your systems and your strategies. And for those of us who may not be great at systems and strategies, you may need to hire someone to do some of these things for you, but you need to have knowledge, information, insight of what it looks like, because you are the vision creator and everyone else comes along to run with it. Yeah. So they can't actually help you if you're not clear on what your systems and what your structures look like. Big thing for me is sustainability. And when I think about sustainability, like even the small things in life that I've been able to do over 3 decades, right? From my 20s now that I'm in my 50s, when I look back, I look at there was a system there, because everything operates on a system, although we're not aware of it. Everything operates on a system. The sun and the moon, there's a system. There's process involved in there, but it's sustainable, right? Yeah. And what sometimes we're doing things in our vision that are not sustainable, or just in our overall life that are not sustainable. Like small things like staying up all night for 3 nights in a row, burnout, right? Things like, pushing, hustle, burnout. There's just some things that happen, but I want us to go from visionary to builder. And this is grown people talk. Yeah. We're talking about like the stuff that you say, what makes that person be able to do this long term, right? Because no one has favoritism in life. We all have different cycles and seasons that come in. Some things flow like the sunshine and others are stormy and unpredictable. And I want to talk with you about help us to explore, like in your own personal space of the journey of being an entrepreneur, being a business owner, just building your career, how you are moving from visionary thinking to structural planning, which is so different.
So,
help the people.
So for me, because I'm a visionary, right? Yeah. My vision was massive. And it still is. Yeah. But my systems were small. Okay. So I knew that systems were necessary.
Move your mic a little bit closer.
But I didn't know how necessary they were.
Okay.
So I had passion, I had purpose, and I had people.
Okay. Say that again with the PPP.
Right? Passion, purpose, people. So I had them, right? Okay. But I didn't have the processes. Let me tell you how detrimental that could be to your organization or to your business.
Take your time. Take your time.
And this is why I say systems are important before you start a thing.
Right.
Because, see, you can get to, so things can happen for you fast, right? Yeah. But if you are not prepared and you don't have the systems, it will come crumbling down just as fast as you got it.
Wow.
So it was something you mentioned. You said sustainability. Yeah. We talk about legacy, right? Yeah. In order to get that legacy, you have to have sustainability. Yeah. And in order to have sustainability, you have to have systems in place. So a pivotal moment for me when I learned that systems were important is when I started my travel. I had a team of travel agents called Boss Travel Squad.
Love it.
Right? So without the systems in place, it created chaos. People naturally gravitate to me. I can close. I'm a closer.
Come on, closer.
What happens next? You got the people excited.
Okay.
They love you.
Right.
They love the product.
Right.
But you have nothing to keep the system going.
That's good.
To keep them learning, to keep them making money. Like what I do is not how I was running was not something I can duplicate.
That's good.
So I had to create systems or it would have exploded.
Pause. You said, okay. First and foremost, the visionary. You start off as a visionary. We're not telling you not to be a visionary. Don't cancel yourself out.
Don't.
Okay. But she said so much good things here as she was talking about. She had the PPP, passion, purpose, and people. She had a lot of the things that we pray for. Right. But you didn't have the systems. Woo! And she said, you can grow fast, but if you don't have it, come crashing down.
And look at all the people that you bring down with you. Ooh. There's an accountability. Yeah. When you're in leadership and you are a visionary, there's an accountability to those you serve.
Right.
And that's what really pricked me.
Right.
It's one thing for me to lose a little bit.
Absolutely.
But then what happens when you're winning and the people who choose to follow your leadership are not winning because what you're doing is not duplicatable. They may not have your charisma. They may not have, your wit.
Oh my gosh. So good. So good. So good.
So how do you teach them a way to do business and it be sustainable? Right? Okay, so then even in that, so what having systems then taught me once I had to implement them, and I had, because I'm a first generational entrepreneur.
Right.
So there was no one giving me a workbook on how to create these systems.
Right.
I had to find the need and meet it. Anybody who does business knows that's like the key to business.
Right.
Find a need and meet it. If there's a need for it, there's a business for it, right? So I had to find what were my hardships, what were my struggles, what did I need help with, and I created systems around those things.
Good.
And then I'm like, okay, well, when you got started, what did you need? And I would do that. So what I learned was the systems that I had protected my vision. So yeah, right.
Don't jump. So again, right, we're talking about mapping the vision, going from a visionary to a builder, based on the fact that a lot of us think that, if we go to certain classes and we do certain things that we're going to achieve, like we're going to get all of this and we're just going to boom. And you could, but you're just sharing that the systems protected your vision. Like, hello. And I could almost think about 5 things that we all would have in our lives where we could say, I had a system for this and it was sustainable, and I didn't have a system for this and it wasn't protected, so it just crashed. Or I stopped doing it after a while because it wasn't sustainable, based on the fact that I was just kind of winging it any kind of way, right? And sometimes we're winging it. I'm not going to judge you. It's okay. I've done it too. But as we're building this optimum life and we're walking through vision, you can't wing everything because people can't do winging. And that's what you're saying.
That's not duplicatable.
Right? And when you are saying, like, I'm a dreamer, I'm this kind of person, I'm a closer, but someone else is on your team who may not be you or like you, then how do you share that? And that's what you're saying. And for those of you who are like, how do you like hire people or get people on your team? She said she had all those things, but she had no systems and those duplications that will help them to understand this is what we do. This is how the car engine runs. This is what connects to this to connect to this. We're going to get to that in a moment as we talk about mapping. But your vision, now you're moving, but as you're moving, you have to be able to say, how did I actually do that? Can I teach that? If I can't, can I duplicate it? Can I do it again next week, the week after, next year? Can I do that? And if I can't, then I don't have a system. And that's what she's saying. Okay. So powerful. You were about to say one more thing, and then I was going to ask a question. Go ahead.
So the other part to that is I'm also a dreamer. So I'm a visionary and a dreamer. And I learned the differences of them.
Ooh! I'm doing the podcast. I can't get up and run. Okay. I can't run. But just know that within my brain right now, my whole body, I'm just like, ooh, 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 ooh. Go ahead. Let me give you the space. Go ahead. Explain that to the people.
So with my vision, it required the system.
Right.
But with the system in place, it gave my dreams permission to grow, because now I'm not, my business isn't collapsing of the weight. So it's a crazy space to be in when you have big vision.
Right.
You have people, passion, and purpose, but then you have dreams too.
Right.
So it's like, what do you stay true to? Your dreams or your vision?
Because I'm a dreamer.
And the truth of the matter is you can do both.
Absolutely.
But you can't do both without a system. So it's like the middle part that holds both sides together.
Wow.
Yeah.
So for all the dreamers out there, please get you a system so that you can keep dreaming and your vision won't collapse.
That was good.
Ooh, Ooh-wee.
That was good.
Why vision needs a map. So let's emphasize how structure sustains progress and empowers others to carry the vision with you, because most of us are saying we want purpose partners, purpose collaboration. We're believing for helpers. I emphasize how the structure sustains the progress and empowers others. So this is where we're like, oh, we have so many visionaries, but what does that look like if we're going to progress and empower others to carry it with us? Right? You said, write the vision.
Make it plain.
Make it plain. That they that
can run with it. They
read
it.
Yeah. Not watch you.
Not watch you. They're going to run. They're going to go. They're going to take motion. Okay? So everything with structure and...
Come on. She is speaking to so many people. Take your time. Let me stop interrupting you. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if it had structure, directives, it was rigid.
Right.
That's not for me. I became an entrepreneur so I could do my own thing. I could be on my
free.
own time. Yeah. So you're telling me that I am a free entrepreneur.
Right.
With my own business.
Right.
And I still have to conform. Okay. How this gonna work for me? Because I like to go by the beat of my own drum.
Right.
Yeah, that don't work. That don't work, y'all. When you are building legacy, when you have vision, when you are building sustainability, there's a discipline.
Not the big D word. She pulled it out from the back pocket. She said discipline. Okay, go ahead.
So that discipline creates structure.
Yeah.
That structure is alignment.
Yeah.
And for me, it all ties into my spiritual growth.
Right.
Because all of the things go across the board. You know, in the cardinal world, I have to have these systems for everyone else. Right? The vision, make it plain. I need the system so that you can run the play.
Right.
But I also have to be aligned spiritually. Right. Because I need to hear what my Father says concerning this.
That's good.
So that was the balancing. It needed a framework. Your business cannot thrive without framework. So for me, that's where the structure and my flow came from. Is like I have to be spiritually aligned.
Right.
If this doesn't, if I'm feeling boxed in or I feel trapped, okay, I need to pray. I need to sit in my sacred space. Like you have to discern where you need to go as a visionary. There's no one telling you.
Right.
You don't have a boss saying, hey, there's an area of opportunity here. So you have to check yourself.
That's so good.
And in order to do that, you have to have that relationship where you like, okay, these are my areas of opportunity. This is where I can grow. This is where I can lead better. Those different things.
That's so good. That's really, really good. And for some of you, I want to include like certain things that we're talking about could be practical in case you're missing. It could be as simple as when we talk about mapping, it's like creating timelines, right? If someone is helping you or coming along with you, are there timelines? That's a part of building the mapping, the timeline. Like, when do you need this? When are we going to do it? We can forecast, right? It doesn't have to be exactly that. But you and I have gone places, we've seen things where it's like coming now, coming soon, coming fall. Yeah. It tells you whatever. There's a timeline that they've put on that so that people can reach beyond the place. Then we talked about frameworks, which is so important. SOPs, which for some people maybe you don't know, the standard of operations. And those are the things that, again, rebels, as she said. Now this is the thing, the rebel helped her to move in the vision, but if she remained a rebel, the vision would be collapsed, which means that she would forever be rebuilding and cycling out and cycling in and cycling out and trying to figure out how she could stay who she is without conforming to a place that required systems and mapping, right? And so when you're growing, again, some of these things are not our favorite things because what we want to do in life, let's be real in our vision, we want to do the part that feels really good. I remember sitting down and telling myself, I want to keep doing this. Like I felt like a 5-year-old where you're just like, this is the fun part. I go out to play in the playground. Like, I'll learn mathematics.
You don't want to do that.
You don't want to do that. And so I want you to take a moment and think about, as you're building vision and you're moving forward, to be a builder. When you ask the questions like, what is missing? It could just be simple things as a workflow, a timeline, standard of operations, mind maps, things that you have to work through. And if you're not good at it, then you have to grow in it and then surround yourself with people that can help you to do it. This is the truth, though. I don't believe that visionaries are lacking that. The place of growth to be able to create the mapping. I believe that sometimes we are so excited running at the pace we talked about before in that other episode, when we're running so fast because we're like, I can see it, I can see it, I can see it, I see the finish line, that we forget that there might be dips and ebbs and flows that's going to cause us to crash. Or like you said, people are with me now and I'm affecting other people's livelihood. And now because I appear to have myself together as this big visionary, I've now allowed this place of lack, or what I like to say in my own space, this is delinquent. You have neglected to do some stuff.
Delinquent.
Yes. And now we're realizing, vision does require me as a builder to map it out.
Yeah.
To map it out. Sure. And that means slowing down.
Yeah. Yeah,
and
it's a pace.
Yeah,
it's a pace. If you run and dash, you'll get out of breath so bad that you can't continue.
Ooh!
So you have to pace yourself.
Oh my gosh, that just leads me to, like, I went to see my daughter run a marathon and my son, and I'm looking at all the different runners, right? And what I always admire about running, because I loved running when I was younger, is that of course, the sprints and, the fast running is all about everyone getting to the finish line.
Right,
who's
quickly.
The fastest, right? But with a marathon, we understand that it's longevity.
What's that word?
Let me give you the word, longevity, which means sustainability is about doing it long term for a long time in a good way. And so when I'm watching the marathon, I'm thinking to myself, everyone is running at a different pace. The beauty about it, when I looked at everyone, was they all seemed content running their marathon at their own pace, right? And what I know for sure is all of those people running had created a system. They had created a rhythm. They had created systems and structures. They had said, my breathing, this is what's going to get me to the 26th mile. And it didn't matter if you were going to get there an hour before me. All I know is I'm going at a pace that's going to get me to the finish line. Yes. And that's what it's like when you're navigating and you're mapping out things. When you're not so busy looking at what everyone is out doing, when you're not so busy comparing yourself to everyone else, you actually start to become content and enjoy your pace.
Yes.
And that's what I noticed at the marathon. I said, I saw people who looked like they were barely running, but so happy. We were all cheering, didn't even know their name. But that's also the beauty of being content and enjoying your pace. You know that you're going to get there. You had to practice for the marathon, and the marathon is the big thing. But before the big thing happened, structure, practices, systems had to be in place.
Showing up.
Yeah. So I love what you were just saying. It's so powerful. And I hope for you that are, a part of the podcast at this moment, share it out with someone, because I do believe you may be hearing an answer or two for someone that's like, oh my gosh, that's what she needs, or that's what he needs. Or maybe you're saying to yourself, that's what I need to hear today. As we're just like going through this episode, we don't want to leave it without talking about offer real world strategies and spiritual insight on making structure sustainable. So what that looks like is, how can you create a system that grow with you, not just around you? Good leadership is what I'm talking about now. So this is like, when we're creating something, we don't want it to be something that only grows around us, but something that grows with us.
Yeah. So I believe intentionality is the biggest word, right? Because with having something that grows with you and beyond you takes being intentional. Because initially, when we're growing or when we're thinking, we're not really considering how other people are going to operate in whatever it is we're doing. We're like, this is what I want to do. This is my vision.
Yes.
And this is how it's going to go.
Right.
Yeah, that may work for you.
Right.
So like with my tax business, the system and the strategy is different than with my travel business.
Right.
My tax business is not 300, 400 people working with me.
Right.
You know, so the systems are going to be different. The intention is different.
Good.
The legality of it all are different.
Good.
So like for my travel business, I have it set up where I could teach a 5-year-old how to be a travel agent.
Right.
And I did that on purpose.
That's good.
Because
simplified it, right?
Yes.
That's so
and
good.
my son was literally 5. So I was like, hey, book a trip for me. And I would show him how to do it.
Right.
But if he can get it, then anyone else can get it.
That's so good.
Taxes is not like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My 5-year-old couldn't file taxes. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you have to have the intentionality behind it and then set it up from there. But it has to, one, be affordable for you. Because systems are not free. Systems are not free. They're not free. Especially if you don't have the tools yourself, you're going to have to outsource.
Yeah.
So
for
it's
sure.
like taking that into...
Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, and nothing wrong with it. I learned that what I'm not good at, someone else is an expert.
Absolutely.
And I will save myself time and money by hiring the expert. You know, and sometimes we want to do it all ourselves. I can figure it out.
Right.
Time and money. Because even with you figuring it out, it's still going to require time. And if you are already overly extended, do you have the capacity for
That's good.
other things? So for me, it was like, I have to implement these things.
That's good.
For longevity. Like,
that's good.
And it has to be simple.
Yeah, for sure. It has to be simple and keeping it simple. I love that. When you were talking about a 5-year-old, I thought about when my 7 children were at home and everyone was younger, and I created systems. Right. And interesting enough, people always were like, how did you do it? Right. And then I didn't know it's called systems. You were just like, I had structure, you know, blah, blah, blah. This is what I did. This is what I did. But I used to I had this system. Right. So for every meal, everybody had a job. And with everyone's little job, you know, you can rotate it. But then you were taught how to do A, B, and C. And then from this time to this time, this is what it is. And then you can also choose a job. There was a little like, you know, work thing. You could choose your job for the week. And then if you didn't want to do that job, you pass it on to your sibling. And I just needed to know who was doing the job. Well, what that was about for me is what you just said, right? I wanted it to grow. I wanted my children to grow with me, not around me. So everything wasn't about waiting for mom, and mom had to think and mom had to tell us. It was that as we were growing in this system, in this place of structure, it was able to be sustainable, right? I was able to have more freedom, because guess what? They were able to take more responsibilities as we duplicate things. You are old enough to do A, B, and C. And I did that at church. I did that in business. I did that with my home. Why? Because I realized what I was doing at first, because I had to do it, was not sustainable. Mom's about to have a heart attack. She's about to be gone. Y'all gonna be at the graveside looking for me because I thought I was Superwoman. No, I decided that, no. You got hands and feet. I think you can put the knife and the fork on the table, right? And I'll cook the meal. So everyone had a part to play, and it made it sustainable. And now that my children are grown, people say when they come home, their kids, they're married, their spouses, what do you need help with? Can I do this? Can I do that? Why? Because that system was in place.
A transferable system?
There you go. Oh my. There you go. And that has been something that I noticed that it takes time and it takes a lot more energy, but when you get it, it's sustainable for the longevity, for the long term. And so when you're talking, that's what I want the builders in life to hear, that we're not just talking about business. When you're doing it in your holistic of life, like your whole portion of your life, that is transferable, right? If I'm doing it in my business, that means you'll find me in my personal spaces doing it. If I'm a parent, you'll find me doing that. If I'm a leader in my community, you'll find me doing it there. So that's what's so important about becoming a builder and not being the one person like where people don't even use their brains because you've built things around you. That's again,
it's
not good.
Automatic. It's like an automation, but a human automation. Like it's second nature.
Yeah.
And that's what I hear you did. Like yours is generational, transferable generational systems.
Yeah.
Because now they're teaching it to their children. Like, that's priceless. And it took her time and effort.
Yeah.
Not this, time and effort.
Absolutely.
And I think that just goes to show just how good God is. Because why have 7 kids? Why have, because he knew that you could create these systems.
Yeah.
So that they were practiced. The 7 people were practiced.
Yes.
For you to end up impacting so many others. Like, I love that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Love that.
Yeah. And that's because I went from being just a visionary to a builder. Building people.
Did you catch it? She built her people first.
Building the people, not the people helping me.
Okay.
No. So this is what I want y'all to really understand, that you have to create a structure. And she said it already. It does require, I like to say, it is a mandate to have discipline. And if you don't want to have discipline, then you can't be a builder, right? That's just how it goes. You build in phases. That's another thing that she said. She's repeatedly said, like, take your time. You build in phases. You can't build everything overnight. No. No. Right? You build in phases, and you actually don't always know what the system would be all the time until you add more team or the vision is expanding. Different levels, different exposure, all of these things require how it looks. So again, she's just sharing that if you want to be able to not crash in the vision and really keep your dreaming going, right? I love when people are like, I'm a big dreamer. Listen, don't stop dreaming. I heard that song, Don't Stop. But I don't sing, but I just be hearing these lyrics in my head, y'all. And I just know that team delegation and role clarity is also important in mapping. Like I said, having that moment where you're building that team and you're building your systems means that when you have your people, right? Because sometimes people are like, I just need help. No, honey, don't be talking about you just need help. You better know the role that...
What's required of thee?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So again, Habakkuk 2, right? The vision, make it plain. Make it plain. For those of you who are listening, here's your question. What is one area of your vision that needs structure, not just prayer? What is one area of your vision that needs structure, not just prayer? Share with, whatever's on your heart in this moment. Just share in our closing. Maybe there's something that you really meditated on, something that you've learned, something that you built, that you feel like, I don't want to leave this episode without sharing with those who are listening and watching.
I would say to you, you don't have to have a perfect plan. But you do have
if I had a glance, I'd be like, ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, you don't have to have it perfect, but you do have to have a consistency.
Ooh-wee.
You can't just do the thing one time and expect results.
Right.
There is a suddenly that happens.
Right.
But that also comes with consistency, right? So I just would say, do it. Do whatever you're going to do. Yeah. But also understand that as things begin to grow, like, you have to always have your mindset on what does the future need?
Right.
What does because if you're a visionary, you're always in your future self.
Right.
Like I wake up, like, what would my future self do?
That's good. That's a good question to ask.
Yeah. Like, how would she handle this?
Yeah, that's so good.
What does she look? And you start modeling that. And for me, that works in my personal life. But when we're expounding upon business and different things like that, do I want to still be so accessible in 5 years?
That's good.
Do I even want to be present? What does this look like for me? Like, those are like real questions to ask yourself, especially in the beginning, because we get so excited in the beginning.
Yes.
If you talk to millionaires, they start with the end game.
Yes.
What is how am I going to sell this company? How am I going to, they don't want to hold on to it forever. We start something, this is my baby and nobody else can run it for me.
Also, how do I work myself out of this job, this role, this position?
I don't want to do all of the things all of the time.
Yes, like, absolutely.
I want to be on the beach.
Yeah.
So it's like, what does that look like?
Absolutely.
You know, and those are the things that I would say to definitely, you know, take into consideration when you getting started.
Oh, that's so good. Yeah. Man, we're going to have to come back. Yeah. This is it's so relevant and so important. And it's just some things that are not talked about enough or shared with everyone. That was good. Thank you for that powerful closing. I hope y'all hold on to that, right? All right, let's get into our rapid reflections. I know y'all know this was good. Put it in the chat. Let me know. Leave a review. Let us know, okay? So listen, here's something that I want to ask you. Something you used to avoid that you now embrace in this rapid reflection as we're talking about mapping it out. It could be anything in vision. It could be anything. Something you used to avoid that you now embrace.
I'm going to repeat this, guys, for you because I need you to get this. I was a rebel. Discipline was not my strong point. So structure. I truly believe that I can get up when I felt like it. And I can call them back when I felt like it. Like, even if I said that I'll call you at 5, I'm going to call you at 5:15. That's disrespectful to someone's time.
That's good.
You know, so it was little things. Well, I thought they were little until I realized that I respect my time and I need to respect other people's time. But they were self-sabotaging. Like, I was self-sabotaging.
Wow.
The things that I wanted to avoid was self-sabotaging me. And I was like, oh my goodness. Like, LaNesa, you're hurting your own self.
Yes, yes.
And you have to figure out the root of that. So the thing, because those are symptoms, you know?
Absolutely.
What is the sickness? What is the root of it? So that my avoidance was things that were going to help me grow. I avoided things. I wanted to be successful, but I was also afraid.
I got you.
Yeah, so I would avoid all of the things that was needed for discipline and structure. I was running the other way.
That's so good. All right, here's another rapid reflection. What's a structure or tool that changed how you lead or lead, how you lead? What's a structure or a tool that changed how you lead?
Oh, that's a good one. I would say, my onboarding process.
Onboarding processes, we may have to come back and share what they are.
Onboarding processes for sure. Because I would just bring people into the business and they'd be so excited. And then I'm like, you're not giving them the tools. Like, you're like, then you get your email? Great. So read your emails. Do you understand that there are different types of learners in this world? There are some people who want to read, who want to see. And that was the pivotal moment for me. Like, okay, I have to onboard and create an onboarding process that appeals to all of these different learning styles.
That's so good.
Yeah.
That's so good.
That catapulted.
Yeah. So for those of you, quickly tell them what onboarding means.
So onboarding are systems in which when you are gaining employee, a business partnership, any of those things, they're learning how your infrastructure works, how your business works, how your systems work, what's required of them, the roles that they play, like what do they need to do, what is expected of them. They're getting the whole to do so that they can be successful in their new role. So you want to provide them with the tools to be successful.
That's so good. Thank you for sharing that. It's so good and so important. Oh, man. This has been an excellent episode. I got so tickled. I really did want to get up and run, but I am the host, and so that is not appropriate. But anyway, I just want to let you know this. You don't need to choose between vision and structure. In fact, the more clearly you map it out, the more others can run with it, the more sustainable it becomes. In this episode, if it's been anything that's been said that helps you, please Don't refrain from planning for your own personal space, sharing it out with others. Let them know that this was such an excellent, LaNesa did for me, an excellent job she shared. And for anyone who's building or want to build, any dreamers that you may know, share this out with them. And don't forget to check our resource in the Cultivation Hub on Sybil.com, because we do have tools and resources that you can download for yourself from this whole vision series. I am so excited that you have joined us. If you've missed anything, if you jumped in at the end, please make sure you go back and watch the rest of this video. Sure. And remember that you are learning to grow and you're learning to live fully. I want you to be able to unlock this life that God wants you to have. I am Sybil, the host of Optimum Living, and I am so delighted that we had this time together, and I'll see you next time. Bye, y'all.
Bye, guys.